Donald Cole say he enjoy every bit of the moment. My head to Bangla say, God, please make Sierra Leone sweet back. Tell me, say, you not shake the pathway able for shake. Today, one look inside something. I don't know if it been good back then, but wait till we think about now. If it not be good back then, a good now, or waiting give we this idea for things say Boku Pikin na Gentri. Boku Pikin na Gentri. I don't know if you don't hear more. But we people in can think say, you born them Boku, you don't know who's one they can better you tomorrow. Usai we pull this idea. It been the work for it ready? What about now holding at the 21st century? It go still work for we? Or we need for change that ideology day? We need for change that thought day? How do we explain to people for say yes? Boku Pikin really a Gentri, or Boku Pikin no to Gentri? Usai right now things no easy. You go say, well, today Boku Pikin na Gentri because you don't know, eh? Then I call say born Pikin na Gentri. Now this we want lay na table today. Umar Kabasi, he said the need for take am back. What's in the need for take, sir? For say born Pikin na Gentri or Boku Pikin na Gentri? Which one? Albert Lansana say, where you get Boku Pikin, he say sometimes then all go better. Would I go be civil engineer? Would I go be doctor? Would I go be lawyer? Sometimes person go be nurse. Would I go be businessman, businesswoman? Well, it depends on the one we come out fine. Make a come with Patrick, as always. Now the word this so Boku Pikin na Gentri. It work then, it go work now. How do we address this? Yes, Patrick, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, family, good evening. Happy Friday to everybody. Well, if you look this contest, if you look into the contest, it's very critical. Very, very critical in the way that it depends the angle where they come from. What to make I say that? But who became back in the days, let's say in the olden days, in the 70s, in the not let's say from colonial days or even before colonial days, who people there may believe say we get Boku Pikin. Most while the chief there with Papa there may they married Boku woman themselves, now forget the Boku Pikin there. So they go to be able to help them a farm, especially for the farm product, especially not to even inside Salon, the whole continent of Africa. Even America yourself, you find out say the first fathers then, the colony then, the other and the women, they may get Boku Pikin there because most of them are farmers before they get slave there. When they do the job there. So we get Boku Pikin then and the ability to get more man, especially man boy Pikin there. Especially boy picking them and them for help them at the farm side. Like my grandpa from my mama's side, he me get two women they get like 7 boy picking, 3 girl picking. Mama Nana made the big one and all. But then they and me get coffee farm there. And then coffee farm there, they the see even me when I'm small while the west school the lock while they go holiday. They send me in a village. We go with coffee time for good brush, for good this, oh they harvest that coffee they bring a lot of money. So they pay people so normal for let them go brush for you. So now their own idea then tending day. But times to go on, we see generation the change. Can finance say forget Boku Pikin now. It's more expensive than before because for take care of them, especially we own continent, because it's not for salon no more. We own continent to can finance say job the farm work begin drop. Crops they begin drop. So people that don't need the more farm, people that begin to look for job there and job there. We can't get small job. You can't get how many picking, 5, 10 picking for feed them. It can begin turn problem. So you see, now make we see we continue begin to corrupt small small because we can't get policeman. You can't get that policeman. They get 5 picking or 10 picking or 7 picking. He left for feed them for food for you talk about school would that lucky for go school you go school would that not lucky you go that then make by then ten and the only option na marabu that they send you like go land and I then tell them then karamo them the beat picking the like anyhow because they're not able to send you go na English school the one that will not make get na marabu that is go like go land or they go send you like go land trade fit a work then tell them the fit a work plumbing we small it is still around when, let's say from 10 years old, you don't see Piquilo begin to go, they don't send them out for men or for this, that. So they make the poverty can begin the Bokuna continent. People don't know able to take care of the Pikin again. Before, after inside the 70 or 80, now they begin, they bring this family planning business for women, they begin to control the born. But you get some tradition people that will still believe say Boku Pikin na way as you say normal earlier on, you don't know which one they can bet to you. But we believe say like we own contest inside salon, most of them Boku Pikin they are at the end of John Rebel. Me I dey give example because my uncle he may get 4 woman. They may then at the army back in the so we retire because you may get one Mende woman, one Timini woman, one Maningo woman, one Kono woman. The Kono woman away come Kono and they can marry the Sido. Imagine that woman they did all born. The other one is so boy picking they born. The other one military say turn witch doctor or traditional doctor. And I my mind at Timini. So the only country done a Kono now me tailor. And that tailor okay way me they do. Now they because me then I mean not show me the show. Now that paratelo okay me to survive. But all the way to go buy John's clothes, then John's clothes, skirt, this, that. It turn and around, it is so into different thing. I remember, but they go sell. I think parent picking the all now 5 they go school. 5. The other under all now 3 they land. So you see, when you walk on a corner, when they rebel, they enter corner now October, most of them they all join rebel. The all. Whether they die, whether they not die. I think a few they alive now. You see, so you see the poverty we make with people that make but now for now, I don't think say Boku Pikin na gentry. Even love forget but America Air Force for they don't land that long since. You want Boku Pikin left to you because the diaper alone self then go kill you. Take me top Pikin where the suck milk. Like me, bobo that they suck milk take 1 year, 6 months. 1 year, 6 months, that bobo that boy Pikin the normal. So you don't see them, but Africa, even Africa self, people that don't begin to wise say Boku Pikin not to gentry that much. Where God bless you with 1 or 2 or 3. Unless maximum if you will get 4, fine. All depends to your pocket. If you want to get 20, self, all depends to your pocket now. Because now for race picking, both Africa or overseas or any side very, very expensive. Africa even worse self. because waiting order for it, you see picking to wake up na morning, you go watch neighbor. If there is, na so that bad name the day they say this one they not cook today because I'm from three picking they know. Na three picking they know. And will not get then social welfare thing they under we the malnourished picking there. You see neighbor go call police say this one they not eat to picking there the malnourished. So they not get them thing that they under for say now by the grace of God most picking they now to grow up in Africa where the life expectancy for let them reach to adulthood they not turn to bad thing because we're not like in the days back in the days like where people that they say if Peking bad now yeah, you get option for send and go to Africa now that thing they know they happen against them because Africa said no worst
I
it
want
don't
push am
worst.
further, Patrick, because just look, we talk to the camera them. If we go on a market to talk to people, you get them. They say na 9 picking I get mostly not to say na inborn olo, but then they add more picking them for men. We
Well,
mostly na for sen.
in that situation, especially in a salon, for let people that they get others, like some of them maybe a sister, they will not say during the war, but who parent died. Ebola, this kind of parent, so some people they don't get parent. So some they use that opportunity now, forget that them picking the day, for put them at the host, maybe use them in one way or the other because basically now and that use them maybe send them for do things market they exploit they take it they exploit the picking there not always say they take them for help them in the way that or say they will send the school or provide maybe the only provision where they go to make for them picking the day maybe now just for provide food for them of shelter or clothes, But if you look in that cases that for let somebody say also, so other people there, they get the sister they picking there or family brother picking the very situation, not they work out with them maybe they're late, then thing and they but still. But for the other hand, they already gather them picking and they and for exploit them picking in the one way or the other. Will not because anything they need to go on notice na salo. No. But people they go through suffering. Well, the government or even civil society they not to pay attention parenting and because if you go see somebody say you get 9 picking, what did they sell? Pepper. How they feed them? If finance them picking they not to go school, do clean. They put colatan at the head or pepper at the head or put this at the head, go sell. Now for go sell or kerosene or whatever. If they investigate the situation they are, Mifambude, not all the people in the day, there are more of exploitation than they do panel. Because you know, go tell me, say, you get 9 picking or 10 picking, you go feed them. Yes, you go feed them the small thing where you get, but now you real picking them. So other thing that they back, some woman that they back, the fatter, I know some, but they were a fatter in first born at 3, second born 2, third born 2. And so you end up get Boku Pikin. So in that situation, it depends. Excuse me, the woman is too fatter. That makes some woman go tell you, say, me a fatter, we see touch me, no must be na belle. Mean say we touch them by the other way we touch because they're very fatter. And you get some man the back when all the rest, when all the good the woman blow, especially we want tradition people there. They feel say the land boom and some woman will tell you say fatter. Any touch na belle. So you see? So most of them picking and they were them woman they get now exploitation that they because if you investigate them thing and they inside salary, you will see how many picking they suffer. How many picking they suffer where they under most of them caretaker there or maybe auntie or somebody because of maybe I will not say the war. I affect we. How much many picking they die? I mean, parent they die. We see Ebola come. We see most like some of them picking a day. This way they see their story that they maybe they're not get no sorry they go. They friend maybe the auntie, because stranger now one person go take strange picking. Maybe the auntie self get you 2 picking or 3 picking. they go take 2 pikin carry than na 5. Now the ration don't go up for them. So you don't see maybe the last one ain't left for the suffer the pain or out of the expectation say go do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. It's not easy. So Boku Pikin for me says now generation forget Boku. They not say not get am, but you will feel the pain. Even the daddy, because we do clean see picking the student, they not get thing for it. Not when they make corruption the Boku now will continue. Because we, not for born no more than anything. Even if you born one, you born two, if God sit down and they can bless you, it will bless you. It depends how you lay the foundation, how you train them, how you raise them up, how you talk to them. If you not get the content mind, all that. Sometimes not all our money, now the way how you dey lay you picking a foundation. We dey see overseeing yourself, how picking they dey grow up. How they dey grow up. I don't know. The other thing back I dey try for do investigation. I don't know. What's it. I want to ask this question to Fambude. We picking the way they pull na Africa can I let they can grow up. Where they let's say you bring them from the age of let me give the age of 5. Okay, that one they don't begin go kindergarten or go up from 5 years go up. Now they can was past the one that were born na yeah or which one? Because the one that were born na yeah, would they see say they can stop but it get minimum past the one that were they carry. I don't know that survey they had true is it. So they say I the one that were born na yeah. I don't ask 2, 3 people they say I the one that where the car with because I don't see somebody where the car with. Nah, you get all the opportunity, get nah, you count the age of 10 years old boy. Now that boy they get all the opportunity for like he join the army or we go now. I don't know what he go do. They kick him out. They kick him out. So you see, now for Sen and Salon, they know Papa not going to Sen and Salon. Because Salon back he was. Who they go Sen and to? Where go for say not like before where you go, they go internet not the light no I mean thing they not they. So where they send you and the way they deprive you from them thing then they you will maintain yourself. But now you go at least if you're not getting you must fair way forget internet. You see? So what do we talk all this? Forget picking not a bad thing. Now bless you from God. If you get 10, 20, now if God bless you that, now bless it. But the thing is you go you will for maintain them. Maintain the thing. Especially what the diaspora now, we get picky, you not get without they help you. You get you woman to work na net. You might not when they make divorce that they happen. Because when I know they able see picking the day, all them things and the things that they affect, but we you get helper. Even the one that you bring somebody for like I help you with picking it. He will tell you, I don't one of my cousin there, Seattle. He married them family the way me married Ghanaian woman. He bring the mommy for like I help her because in the go he the work in the go school, website the work in the go school. For like I see that the mommy say you want work. They say not to that they bring you for car. Now for men them for the white children pick here too will come out school. He say no, in a working one with no I then go back. Then they send her back. So that they manage themselves where this one come, this one go. Because even you not go trust if you not get good babysitter or daycare, where go they take care of your pikin, money all na they go to go. So forget picking, you fine. It's expensive everywhere. Man, Africa is a little better small. Because not to all time you go to buy diaper so no more. You will end up use bombo nappy if you not get diaper money. Because I know say we not cutting pieces then they use for wheel because I don't remember they ever use that diaper for me. Or small. So then thing and they forget picking is fine. Now blessing from God. But for that idea, they need for change it. But who picking nowadays, now your pocket then go suffer no more. Another I get for tonight.
So how we go able for enlighten with people them we self know say they not get that much, but then still see don't part this idea say I don't know the all go for can better me. Let just manage and so no more.
Well, now you can't now education. It can't find the family plan. I believe say Salo now they getting but then thing and the more, especially marriage trope, they do well on them thing and then family planning more. That the way that they talk to the woman there, they get health care thing whether they talk to the woman because all depends on the woman. The man go one boku picking them, oh yeah, because that they do the what they do. But you, the woman, I believe if you communicate well to your man, you say, hey, unless if the man they in the good position. But if the man not in good, even if the woman not, they in good, the family they in good position for take care how many pikin they want born. But I believe say right now inside salon self, any woman now will ask self, but majority will ask now, they will tell you say they want born maybe one, two, highest three. But who will they talk to now? Especially the young one, the young girl, then where they come up now. Even from upline to Freetown, they will tell you, say, hey, who saw the pull away? Like one that they talk to me because I said, we married. How many weekend you want? But he say, if God give me chance, two normal. I say, in case you man want more, he say, you go find another side. Not to me. I love that. I say, I go say, you go find that. He say, yeah, you go find that. I say, because me, I know you. To normal. Before you ask, they ask woman that is, where come, he come. Where come, if God give me, I dey born am. Although some people they still they get that idea there. But you take Maristop don't do very well in salon for them thing and they especially for sensitize the woman there on birth control, family planning, all them thing the Maristop don't do well. They do well on that. It all depends on education. Those will get few people then will still hold on to certain thing there and certain belief. But all depends if you want born, born, but make sure say you dey the hand for raise you picking.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
Yeah. You will.
Yeah. Boku Pikin na Gentri. Na ending na table today. You get opportunity now for make we hear from you. Waiting na your own take on this. If you think say we people need for change this idea, how do we communicate to them? If somebody can afford it, that's fine. But someone they tell say, me na 10 picking I get way at a men. Hey. It's you. Easy at all. If you want for call, phone line open. Boku Pikin na Gentri. You take, sir.
The need for take that word day back.
Why?
The need for take that word. Well, I dey see who side in the commot and why they say that. Because of now the time period, even yourself in the United States, overseas, back in the days where them been suppress woman where woman them been just there as a home care, where demanding and then have been the one them where they go work. You go meet up some family then at the south, where things they get then at the 10, the 9, the 8. But the table don't change. That don't change. Now, if you meet American woman and ask if now we born for you too, you get blessing. Because now the woman they don't go into the workforce, then all the work. Maybe they even put on more hours than we demand them. So time now and most of them now more glue into their careers. And some go tell you until I settle down with my career before I begin born. And with the one that I there's so health concern glue in the head that when I turn 40, after 40, the chances if I born picking, it come down with Down syndromes or something will happen. So most of them can one born before they turn 40. The one that will go born after they turn 40, then they do they say a risk now because now after all they don't settle down first with their career. So now you need to get that now. Now we go down to Africa. That didn't happen because Africa, where we really grew up, is seldom, especially in the province, it's seldom for like see any power not married more than one woman. Now that don't reduce drastically because it's not easy. Financial status don't change. People let us say it's very expensive for keep up with 4 or 5 women then. And two, if you go get, you be hearing the old saying, say, excuse me for bad word, married woman need a born master pikin. So, because if you didn't marry those, and you go get an 8, you never serve them all. You answer me say until you round before that young girl they go wait in your turn. Then young boy and then at the same town. So the parents have that don't they move away from their idea then they for say for born Boku Pikin them. The just like the way where you put her. My mama now with 6. Third Apple lady die, and they ask her why you born with 6. Sometimes they can just look me no more turn here succeed. I said, you born with Boku? With 2 Boku? Now I say, well, why? I don't know who saw the can. That's the exact what they tell me. I don't know whether they can better me. If you know better me, the other one will go better me. Now that not be the idea. Say, me picking for can pull me bush. Me picking for can take your witness. That's not the idea. But again, with things and they change, people then I realize say no. We begin themselves for not put the body in the head. We already don't begin to preoccupy their brain. Say now you they can't take care of me. No, it's not good for them too because themselves get their own load when they come up with. Then they get married, then get their young picking them. So long no preoccupy their brain on that. So the idea now say for born Boku Pikin for see who saw they can pull me better. Some people that don't move on that. One education. A lot of people they're not they educated. The woman then too, na Sierra Leone. Even though they talk so we get 70%, but I want to see that statistics there. Because the amount of people who go to school and look the young girl. Example, look all them girls within a AYV. Who are they don't born? Because now they're career first, they're educated, they know what's up now. The young people and how they can have freedom, they come up now freedom. Most of them now, the reason is not one are poverty. Now they make sure that they born them. But believe me, you son, they don't even want born. Number one, poverty. Because the meet up man, with them sleep with, they end up get belly accidentally. Because most of them they see a single parent and they work on freedom. But then have done the move to the idea they for say for born 2, 3 picking, for born 5 or 6 picking. That be the idea then. Say, love born una Boku. Not be a bad idea. But even now, just like what Tim brother Patrick said, you get some people that we still glue their brain into that. Just like we African people and we glue their brain into that, say that not be the right idea. Born the Boku, if you get farm, the all book can help you for work the farm. Well, case study we just see right now. Waiting, I don't know if now you carry the camera go to them village them or somebody show up in the watch. What in the talk they say? The people all don't run away. They left them that didn't at the farm them. They come for the Okada business. Then say farm business now for slave. The neighbor will create it's random. So then say they hated unwise. So if you sit down now say I go born Boku picking them for let them can help me at the farm, with that now your idea as the power, well the picking themselves they don't learn because technology don't change. People in Sudan and Africa, then they even tell me now about what they go in America than we they tell them. So then they see, then they read, then they on WhatsApp. Social media now, that Boku born business, it don't done. It never work again. Even salon right now, it never work again. You don't see the young people how they married. So I tell you say one, so I tell you say me, I no answer. So now been back then, and I don't blame them back then because of the time period. But if they want, they can take that word back because it ain't work again. Because two, the big elephant na the house, na the cost of living. Now, if you now sell Tripoli, when in Africa, it's not easy for like get somebody they watch picking for you. Back in the days, you don't want them no more. The whole streets they watch them for you. People they glad themselves for take care of them. Now you know they happen because teen tranga. Back then, all man they cook. Now not all man they cook. All man add up. So if all man they cook, somebody they go say, bring you picking. I see the picking they can say, yeah, you the body picking, all man take care. Now you know the work show. Teen, because of the cost of living and how teen and tranga, it don't kind of put a strain on that idea. They say just born no more. Family and go help, and we don't know which one, and then they will can take, will can pull we better. Well, it happened because we all come on Africa. Then I would believe. We will not believe so for put to people in a convalescent home. If they're old, they're sick, they for die between our hosts. We believe saying that with responsibility for take care of them. But if all is well, but what about if all is not well? So the idea was a bond boku, because I tell you something. Me they work in hospital. I don't in this field for over 30 years. I don't see the one we born wandering. It do more than the one we get 6. You don't be talk patient, but tell me say I have 5 kids. In the hospital over 6 months. One no can here, not all no more than they call. I see one way, not only one in get. And a boy picking. That guy they moving. He take time off from him from work. He moving in the hospital. So the idea is a bond them boku, you know, so they can take care of you. I not too believe on that because you can born 1. It still take care of you if you want to. They can born 10. The all 10 end up be headache for you. So now that no more, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. Bon Boku Pikin, you don't know Uswan go can take care of you. Welcome on board, sir. Waiting are you on take?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, a concern from Australia. Thank you so much. I did take from Musa, the last caller left. This all come down to the trend and the time and the years and way those things started. When in those days, when education not be there, then you're looking about science and technology in agriculture and the African settings. The people at that time and their own time, then see and say the pikin they go born go be like the machinery to the farming, and after their generation go take over them farms and expand them. But has that made African sufficient enough to feed itself? No. And they work. It's because at the end of the day, the population don't increase in short and extent to the output of production. But in the coming of science and technology, where you get harvesters, tractors, and plowers them, and ridges them, all anything they don't change. So you find out say the only way for change this pattern of thinking is through education, more especially if we put more emphasis for educating the women then. Because now then they carry the burden of most time when they born picking them. You find out say in the African setting, more especially as Sierra Leone, the burden of the picking them in larger family rest on the mommy. 24 hours round the clock, then they under rain and sun for fend for them picking them. So that alone puts them in a stage where they don't think about their own future, about their own health, about even extra development. It's just on the kids. And in a lot of cases, these kids continue for be drop out, continue for them at the street. Because one person not going to take that burden for sustain that kind of large family in this time where they live. So to me, born Pikin, Boku born Pikin, not get any advantage in this modern time where we live. It got a lot of disadvantage to society. In the Sierra Leone today, a lot of Pikin in the street. Because if you check them Pikin and the parents say for them, they marry them, Boku woman, then born Pikin, the crisis and the family today, we all involved. A lot of we Sierra Leoneans today, we are caught up in this kind of situation because of the decisions the way we papa them they take for married Boku woman then. Imagine so tell your mama na the last one and go married. By the time the pa so tell you don't carry age, you don't die, you don't left the pikin with them, the mommy with them picking and they very young. You know, he don't carry like 70 years, he go born Pikin. Say that Pikin every 10 years, he's 80, he don't die. And then Pikin and they continue for struggle in society today. And some of them are a victim of those kind of circumstances then. So me believe say the better way for change this kind of narrative is through effective education. When you empower a woman, I bet you, man, brother, if you look at women, they will get degree or diploma, you check the amount of Pikin they them born. Trust me, I don't believe say you go get a Australian woman, we get a first degree, we get past 4 Pikin them, that's Freetown. If you did, very, very, very rare. That they tell you say education is power. Education are the only way they change some of them way how people they think. For change this kind of narrative, for born Boku Pikin, that kind of thinking alone, you gamble yourself. Why you not go work hard, born small Pikin them, develop them well, and make sure say they become better citizens. All this recklessness what they see in our countries and Africa, now because of this kind of situation, wherein most of them Pikin, they are left to find for themselves in the streets. And at the end of the day, that's where they learned a lot of bad practices, hooliganism, thieving, and prostitution if not woman them. Because the impama they were born for the neighbor cater for them. Today, brother, if you go to Leone today, now the reality, a lot of we sisters and date today in the streets, a lot of brothers and date today in the streets because the mommy that were born them became able to cater for them. So when they're in the streets, they need to learn a lot of street. Imagine you get Boku Pikin, a girl Pikin, they go get a mango for go sell. Girl Pikin go get a mango for go sell. You go meet up that man, the mango not cost even $3. You go meet up one big man, one sleep with the girl, the Pikin. You go say, Bokala buy this one old mango. The Pikin say and say comfortable, why for go waste my time to go work out throughout the town, miles and miles, and say, why go sell to say the mango no go down. So if you get that man who go get like maybe $3, he buy the one old mango, the one old back, he lead on with them. That again creates another problem for me. The Pikin go get belly we not want. So diseases them, sexually transmitted diseases. So this pattern where we there as Africans, now we need like how the media done this. So this is a very important topic. For let we educate ourselves. For let we educate with people and say, for born Boku Pikin not get any advantage in modern time. Because at the end of the day, just like you go make farm. If you go make big farm where you enable weed, you enable put fertilizer par, you enable harvest. Now waste the resources, you waste the energy. So at the end of the day, me say the best way possible for actually go back to the senses them, if we as society put more emphasis and encourage more women then for go to school, for get education, I believe say this problem will be solved and will be minimized. Now that's my own take. Thank you so much.
Okay, and before you go, concern Leone, how do we encourage the one they will know say they not get that upper hand there, but they still get the ideology? How do we for change the ideology there, by them people here? How we go do it?
Come back again. I know we get who say
I say, you know, we still get to young people we see don't put that idea they say Boku Pikin because I don't know so how we go able to get them for understand this side where they come out from.
Well, that's come down to public education. Go down to the grassroots. You know, for them at the media sometimes like all they talk and so it's not enough. Me, I believe say when you go down to the grassroots, go down to the villages them, get projectors them, get scenarios them wherein people then go play like concerts, mini programs them. You get a lot of programs and today now YouTube where go download, you put in a USB stick, you get a projector, you go to them villages them, play the movies them, play the scenarios them wherein you see people and families then today where get Boku Pikin them, how them Pikin they suffer today, how them Pikin become malnourished, how them Pikin become uneducated. They look at a scenario wherein a parent born 1 or 2 Pikin, is see how Pikin they grow, is see how Pikin highly educated, is see how he highly placed in a society. So that is how you change society. Sometimes seeing is believing, but again, we get for go down to the roots. We get for go down to the people in the villages. Talking to the media out like this, they do a lot, but to me, it's not enough. It's like when you want to talk to a person at the ghetto, you get for go set in the ghetto, who said they smoke the jamba, who said they take the drug. You sit with the people, them, you explain, give them, interact. I believe say that interpersonal interaction, they help a lot.
All right, thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boku Pikin na Gentri. Now we learn a table today. That idea dey. Say born the normal, you know Uswange for can better you. Make you come with Memzo. Make we hear waiting and get for you. Yes, Memzo, you get a platform.
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, I went out and hear all this born too much picking and stuff like that. Yes, I hate to poke on my maternal side, but they always got the belief that Boku Pikin, Boku F, that's in the man Gentri. So we really need to get that out of the way. And I remember my late uncle, he passed away back in 2018, I believe. I've been chief. The man had up to 7 wives, but he's always asking for money. I'm like, so what are you doing with all these women and you don't get money? He said, like, getting the gear and human. He said, when you can go visit their villages, then the gear. I'm like, how about you stop accepting? Because you need to stop calling me for money to support all these women. You know, we made that joke, and up to the time the man was dead, he was still serving women. So when he died, basically some people had to go back to their back to sender. But the second thing, my own big sister, you know, in Liberia, almost every year the lady was having babies and still going after me for money. I'm like, you know, Jaja, you need to stop this. Oh, now God they give Pikin. We didn't do birth control. I said, okay, you didn't do birth control. Now God they give Pikin. Yes, now God they give Pikin. Why you not believe in birth control? How about you don't call me no more? That's how I put a stop to some of them, because I cannot be supporting your children and my children are suffering here. I remember one time me Pikin asked me for money. I tell her, say I not get. She's like, Mommy, you say you don't get money, but every day they give code in Africa. So people need to really stop. The education would help. You know, that's my own take on this issue. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Memzo.
You're welcome. Yes, Mama.
Boku Pikin na Gentri. Educating our people, empower the social services, and birth control. That na Bendu Kamara in your thought about this one. Education. I'll tell us, it get for be hard for change them. Because we consider the fact, say, them picking in day, before you marry, or they don't pull Bobby small, they don't send them per married. You see, if you look in the back, now it can cause make some man they get 7 to 8 picking them before even they reach 35. Okay. Try for read the comments them. For the Bundu say, he saying feel say the more educated the person is, he say na the less speaking he go born. I again say, he say for we where they na Europe and America, he say a little bit of safety net there through the state and the federal, the kind way they can assist. He say, but if na salon, nothing knocking the day. Okay. The phone line still open. Patrick be ask a question, say, the pikin the who they born na yao. The one who can pull come out Africa carry to. Who they can then at that young age from 5, then they can grow up na ya. Which one the way can one take to the system? Do I say system? Or which one knock you want go more fine? Patricia Maya say, you see, now the same na Europe, you say, now the one they who can come with, and then can look challenging for bring up. I'm not too sanosi for agree saying that the one they who can come with majority, and they not can hear you word. I tell you again, say, if the conditions them right, things then they in place, probably not a bad idea. Say, but as far as salon concern, we then can issue, yeah, you know, think say, na good idea, forget Boku Pikin. You know why I come with this topic? Because a lot of time, we the camera they go work, we dey hear from we people them. And Patrick talk a little bit about that area there. Where he talk say, okay, because of the war, we go say Ebola, we go say mudslide, we go say things that will happen. We make a lot of people they lost their life. Those are some of the things them where people can captivate on for say then they help them famble and picking them. Even with the one them way kindling at the provinces, where they go take person in picking, Kautana Tongse for Kamenam. Looking into all this, I feel say now because of social services not they do their work. Now I make fumble and they think say then they take upon themselves for help for do waiting. I feel say if we get system now the government in own work that one day. Because waiting do. Okay, let's say them people here die. Now government then go can take the picking them. Then it go first go ask for any fumble we feel say go on for men them picking. But guess what? Government go still involved. For say the cannaba we them picking for grow up, now so it for be. But if you they maltreat your picking self for you born, then you go add other man on day. And inside salon, men picking. Even some man self na ya. We na they are then maybe famble do obayanda, then fet then send them picking cam. That walk inside that house. Human picking. Okay. Matter no be say, he say well, the young case be different. He say because the parents left them for 10 years before they joined them. And 7 of them now they joined them at the US. And they all turn out great. That's good. Christiana Cole self say, they want them who can cow it, and them can get the issue. We not say not to 100%, so definitely gets the few way, but majority. Then it's fun. I say Boku Pikin na Boku losses. No say power na you picking them for can pull you pampo. And how you go even expect you Boku picking them for can pull you pampo where you not give them better foundation. Then I could say make we continue for pray for we picking them. The world not easy. If the government play in own part well, then the people themselves we they take care of them picking, themselves go able to get help from the government. Because it just depends in a foster you want foster or waiting. Now just shelter you want for grant. My Kekoka say you know a couple of people where them picking them, then they jail now because they not be able for assimilate them. That's not for come. Because of the way our we own system then as alone. I not say today, I not say tomorrow, I not say next tomorrow. But it will be a very, very long, unending journey for make we go see Usai government they come in. Wait. Ukamera de pawaka na market right now. When we begin for upload, you go hear them. Is it Waterloo? Is it Moyamba Junction? Is it 91? All those places, all the main junction them. Joey Junction, na market, other than they sell the plastic, other than they sell the water. All sign are picking them and they use. Well, people then can say, we picking small for make it go up quick so that then go begin send them. Because waiting do, and so then be send we safe. We need to encourage more women than for go school. Now, the first and foremost, but we need back for provide infrastructure. For invest, not just for talk. Talk and more talk without any action. That's how you tell her. Because to some of the people who they go take people and for men, they say na help them, they help the person. Pikin, even way this free education put law, say 10 way for them at school, Pikin enough for them at ticket. I beg bo, go watch right now. Monday. Go watch. And then even land the Pikin, the way I said they go school, yes. Now afternoon shift today. If you meet up and you go say na afternoon shift today. You meet up and afternoon, you say na morning shift today. Patrick Dominion say my stops, they always do a good job. He say in believe say na government na need for empower my stops so that they go sensitize with mama them. Because now so if it don't dey happen, say go take Pikin can help you na us. Even when you go take her in the name of waiting for say they can't send her school. Well, you well know say no to school they can't send her. Michael Coker say he says some family then they sell off them tender age Pikin them. So they want them, then old man the way them feel get money due to poverty. Where if you watch and ping, you say na the poverty na the factor. That is true. Well, at least we don't start the conversation. This one will make the camera go back na tongue. Let me ask the same question. Boku Pikin, if right now na Gentri. And I think whenever we go na the provinces, this is going to be a topic we're going to discuss there. Waiting at the take on Boku Pikin now. Patrick Dominion say, he said the social worker in the office, na saloon, no they do any job. And just they for the eat money. He say Toram, they know they do anything we get for do social service. Or even the children service. When I then did it for protect the Pikin them, but Sierra Leone, it just did a paper. Then get social services Sierra Leone Facebook page goodie. Sunday night and they go feed them big man in that git. Social welfare used for provide birth control for women them. But all them program there, they're not a function anymore, says Bendu Kamara. Right now, the thing I go tell you about we own social service is na salon. For say Sundays, then can go and go feed them bigger man there. That I can tell you. Donald Jones say, if we check him back, he feels say religion back. They play a huge role in this. Where some of we Muslim brothers then can say you can marry as much woman. I know say that one day in left now to how some other man can say no, he say you for if you able the one we able for provide for, but they're not can look that part to some man can just say as much woman as you able for married. They say the culture, the custom, the poverty also count by this kind of problem how they discuss. That from Donald Jones. Boku Pikin na Gentri. Na we lay na table today. Eh? The phone line they close in the next 5 minutes. Mohammed El Touesi, the problem na salon, it's too deep. When you don't look at, he say we need total transformation na salon. Yeah, we beloved Mama Salon. Get it in them. Get in them. Also. But like I said, we don't start the conversation. So we'll get them going, and as promised, camera go waka and ask them question, yeah? And also whenever we go to the provinces, we go definitely ask we people lemopre. Look out, Mr. Silla. Boku Pikin na Gentri. Wetin you take, Mr. Silla?
Man, first of all, I want to tell you thank you because you listen to the last call. I just come online. I meet up the last call, and I want to tell you thank you for this program here. Boku Pikin na Gentri. You know, na first thing we people are not being so know anything about education. You know, people need Boku Pikin them for help them with them farming. You know, so then in one party thing and they make people and think say Boku Pikin a Gentri because then time they we get plenty picking there. You don't need for go hire other people them for do you job them. So the income they kind of sustain everybody in the family. You not for go pay extra people them for do you job. Now make Boku Pikin na Gentri then time then they. But this generation what they so Boku Pikin not to Gentri. Now losses. You know, first of all, you think about getting a job, especially like in African countries. Here it's better stateside. You know, you go able to put your Pikin a job. You know, so you guarantee when Pikin go to school, they get a good job. You guarantee. But in Africa, you know, it's like it's quite impossible. And I just want to tell one short story. You know, like me brother they were called BN. Small brother they were called BN. Then I lungede, do and then I kini. Then you get two women. Then they get like almost 6 Pikin or 7 Pikin. Then they get like almost 8 Pikin. So I put it on, I tell them, I say like, what you want to do? What you want a problem? I said, look, we within that land of opportunity. I get one woman with 3 Pikin. That's it. I mean, it's like I don't need any more. You know they walk, you know they go up, you know they come down. You should not for married woman and born Pikin. What if he said this they do for now? Now me then they end up calling for help for the school fees, was care or any care. I mean, there's small thing in there. So I put her to them and say, look. I'm not responsible for now. You know, not to me responsible for now. Not to me tell you, say, go marry 2 women. You know they work, you know, do nothing. They go. and are not responsible. So stuff like that one day, still with people in the upline, you understand the way they know able get like a proper with somebody kind of tell and say Boku Pikin, you understand, and nowadays not too gently. People, they need people that for go sensitize them about that reason. But they still go with their forefathers. What two forefathers they do? They marry 2-3 women, they get 10 picking. Now that same still mentality then they carry on go. Now some of the villages they will get na Sierra Leone. So we need people that for sensitize them about say forgetting Boku Pikin, even where let's say you get money chef na salon, still Boku Pikin na problem because your your money where would go on a digital world where salon they the digital world like zero. We don't know anything. So still, me go to believe say Boku Pikin not to Gentri. I don't know my get for talk. Thank you very much.
So after you get the conversation, you be able make them understand, and then say be able promise you, okay, well, enough is enough.
The talk what they tell me make me hard for it. I say, brother, na idea we there so na land no more. I say like, but how you gonna feed the pikin there? Are you able to feed the pikin there? How long you gonna depend say brother every month listen for me? Wait, right now it's like it's been cut off. I cut off everything. Because I believe that that's the only way for tell and say, look, I'm not there to support you guys forever. You have to stop this for married another woman. But the one thing they get with the deeper people, like we I get one big brother they we be married 3 women then. When he die, now they want shape the woman then give the living brother that we alive.
Yes, they do.
Or me now, me one of the there is something one egg for me. One for the boy egg for me. I'm like, madam, I'm not in the mood. No. I know first of all, I born there, I know raised there, I don't know when I custom, I don't know what to do. But me know they go married, me boy and pick. I know can take a put it on me. I say not possible. I say my wife go kill you before time. So I put a stop to that right there. They know say I'm not the type. But then they with this culture, even though they don't get 2 women, one party go that die, you forgot take one party woman there for married and put her play other number 3. If you come add on the back, guess what? Then is if can born picking there. Or then they can't picking them back. So you don't can put more load per you where you say you know. If you don't take this, then they go die for the one day. Or for feed picking and the farming the one in the abo part and they know they farm again. Fishing because mostly they apply people and they depend on fishing and farming. If you see them they do that one day, and right now you don't so then they do nothing again. That for just you don't know more and abo part somebody will know they will get your family problem then. So but still, I mean they do the woman there. The other one say I don't vex for say I know they call us because when you get the mommy they go fit side. He left 6 people and give the mommy go to the other side. So anything what give the mommy in feeding, who side they go? That part picking them. So I don't say they driving him in picking them wife they won't come and allow us to because there's no responsibility. They know I say, brother, okay, look, I don't ready for seriousness. I want to do this business. Let I go before. They don't want that. All they want is give me 1,000 today, give me $300 today, give me $500 tomorrow. How long you go there for that? So they're not serious. So when you ask me that question, and I tell them, but I mean, I don't go take them under tight there because what they tell me all that thing, a different thing they tell me. So I just stop every kind of support for them. Maybe then they go change their attitude towards that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sila.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Now another side we Mr. Sila touched to. This one we get a culture or it's a tradition where a big one or somebody dying at the family, you get to give away for shape them so that then go still left na the family, they no go out. Okay. Until the conversation don't start. But you see, Naimika can ask, say, how do we communicate to them? Mr. Sila, make the right decision. We'll go ask back after 1-2 years. But those people, man, they're set in their ways. Même Zobi say, me where they work me money, a 2 biological picking them, with 1 bonus big boy picking from me hobby. Where they're good as a family. But we brothers and we sisters them. Well, that's another case. My Kekuka say, look how prostitution don't widespread right now in the country. Boku pa den girl picking them day, na den kind host den day. We na they den come out with boku brothers and sisters in abject poverty. Adam Akajwe say, you get for take the entire country in order for we able make this happen for say Boku Pikin, not to Gentri. Princess Jaoni say, una look back if man them no be they married or date woman them we young. He say people enough for be they get Boku Pikin them, especially at old age. He say because woman themself then get a biological clock where they can reach certain time we they not able born again. But because they can start young, then they can don't, now. Forget Boku Pikin, not a good idea. That's the Princess Jaoni. Around the 60s or 70s, most of the Pikin them be take them in for help with their education. Actually, benefited from that experience, I will tell you. Michael Cook asks, this tradition here, we person die, you go take in wife, is still then a salon? How person go married in brother in wife when the brother don't die? Yes, sir. It ain't a salon, sir. It's still daddy. Maybe we need to do a documentary on that, eh? It's still the salon. For real though. We'll try to do a documentary on that. Même Zobi Safase, in Papa get for married in younger brother in wife. Whether in younger brother they be passed away. Then his father say, if my stops not be kind, if I wonder how the population now for don't in our country. Because Ufambulin still they go with the idea for say, now God no more go provide. He say we really just believe safe, contribute for make Boku bon day. But I think, see, Mike, your question will be answered for say it happen. And for real, though, we're going to do a documentary on that. For say, still doing a salon. It's a, people need still the practice. Patrick Dominion say, especially among the Manika people then, and the Fulani people, and also the Kono people, then still they practice them. I'll tell her back, say, a friend be tell him back some time ago. So himself believe say it still exists. Yes, it does. Then they happy know me, brother. Awa. Omar Kabase, Joe Biden in Pikin, self in boy Pikin. He date or he married in brother and wife. You don't see. Then I could say, for born Boku Pikin a good idea? He say it depends on who that you ask. Some man still believe not for use birth control measures. So then just the born. Well, I will go left all thing today. For Tukakbo say, he say na greed. Now they go make them go married, then brother and wife. Then go say they no want to make the pikin them or the woman go to another family, another man. Alaji Selassie, he say child married na another huge problem among we village people them. Franco just say it happen in America, he say but in a different way. Michael Cook say a need for familiarizing himself with we culture again for making refreshing memory. Definitely, sir. But I'll work on something on that light. Mohamed to say Tripoli, this not a blame game. We just need for check and balance as we move forward. Are we blaming anybody, sir? We just lay under the table. But we'll go there back tomorrow. We don't try it today. You will not be there earlier. You miss so. But sometimes Fambulen will tell you what you miss. Ezekiel and I they come. Ezekiel, you miss, eh? Eh? Okay. Hey. Mr. Silase, in things say it's high time. Now, no disadvantage Ezekiel on this one. Let's bring Ezekiel. On a disadvantage you. They bring you come. Let's just squeeze you in quick because now you're here from you. Boku Pikin na Gentri. What in you take, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A. I think on one Saturday I'll be touching on that. The problem with Africa and obviously Sierra Leone is that we they enjoy good things, but we no one put the work in for get that good thing we they enjoy from another place. Every time and every day, then they call it the West, but no one spend time for study and put energy to that. Polygamous behavior every day now the West. They find out say the best way for go before now for be individualistic in the sense that you get for control that when you be one person make good now the family and then you get over 50 people and way that depend on you. How you go carry on? How you go succeed? There is no way. Alex, if you're not billionaire, where you get extended family like me, I get people over 50. So when you solve this problem, another person call and then they communicate between themselves. Oh, Nina, this person helped me for that, take this exam. By say they know I have 5 people already lined up right now. They want it was. It's non-stop. Then they enjoy the West, but nobody no one spend time for putting the work. When it comes to family planning, the government and lawmakers then get for be involved in that. Even now, how many times wait then they run after mom on there for let them stop that behavior? As a result, then they lie now, then they make it legal. Then they go, they limp at that possibly. It's still different, But if we not get the government involved For say, if we want for better, if we not take care of this thing here, we go continue for language. I talk one time, I say, Alex, if everything they in abundance in that country, they, as long as we have a dependent system where one person make another family, 50 people and they hang on her. By the time they know now, somebody they brought her for get rid of her because he not help that person. They at that particular time we then want her, even though that person they probably get your own family, and at that particular time where they ask them, it get your need. Because he not solve them, now somebody is plotting to get rid of him. In most cases, especially in the villages and upline, when family member die because of that, when you find out, when you dig deeper, you find out in a family member contribute for let them get rid of him because at one point he asked him for help. That person did not help. Now, yeah, what they see, the white boys they who in the go school, they tell them, I say, if they've been born me by the time they turn 25, they get me your house comfortably. I say, you get here by 16, you don't be working, get no family issue. You not get no responsibility, you not to worry about anyone, forgive anything. Why you not for able save? Who can triple A? Right now, if you look at the studies in America, immigrants then get more anxiety and heart problem compared to Americans. Why? Because when we carry, we get all the responsibility of people who don't left behind. Not only your immediate family, you get the extended family. If you are from a village, the village people away that disagree you part of that responsibility. So how we go progress? If government not involved and begin to put some stringent guidelines about family setup, now so no more. And enjoy America and other countries all the time. Second heaven, second heaven, because they will lead us there. They're not still one for put their foot there. Look where they come for secret society, especially for female circumcision. Then they want shakes more. The moment people and say, oh, you go lost election, all man goes sit down quiet. All man goes sit down quiet. Somebody has to put their feet down for certain things for all we put them in place if we want to go forward. There is no way we will go forward if we continue to live this kind of life. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just say I'll squeeze Ezekiel quick. I'll just read some of the wire before we left here. Let's see. Donald Cole say he strongly believes say education and exposure to Western culture go help we forget better. We may not be teenager. One doctor been in a Freetown where his brother married a Russian woman. Unfortunately, the brother died. The doctor say in tradition, say for married the brother in ref. The Russian woman refused and returned back to Russia with him picking them for the late doctor. So then lost the picking them through the brother in greedy where he greedy. Fatu still later say this na greedy. They say that the culture where later say na greedy. During the stimulus package, the one that we get Boku Pikin there. Sorry, the one that we get Boku Pikin there, them been benefits. Some of them be able to go get mortgage because of this. Then his father say poverty self. That one day na be Brahma Conte. And be talk about that stimulus one day. Then his father say poverty self the lead to Boku born. So man dey na village as net rich so it inside room with two man. They get any other way for entertaining self. Now that can make as the woman get belly and born, the pikin of the worker self. It don't get other belly back. Then is Bendu come say, well, the government and self back then depend per way. I married my father's second wife. Right to Ayo. I just spent beaucoup money on that female circumcision. Extended family wants them picking them for circumcision. 33 of them. Wow. Okay. It's talking today. It not go down today. But true though. I don't go, not even at the provinces, even to villages them. Villages them as close to near Ayana Watalo, like the Samuel Town, them village and those highlights no day. As net can. The village will make yeng yeng. All man don't go inside. The teenagers then they hang around at the bush part there. The mama and papa then were them busy now. Most of, I know they say all, but most of the villages they was sabi, the men there, then they drink, the woman them, well, then they fenam, picking them day under, net come, born picking, wake in the morning, drink, we go interview the woman there, oh, nothing, no, the woman there, no, they woke. And then at the village, most villages then the man then at the Apoyo business, Akpeteshi. You check and lights not even did it. And get them Chinese lights there. The young one and then the hunting and it's not to play. You know it's you. Light safe na something. Seriously though. Light safe na something. I make the one game post you can get cinema yanda. Hi. Or the one who get a bike. Oh. When you come and say for adopt the kids school way like the whole China do for control population. We don't get that much population in Sierra Leone. That's high. I left this talk today. Go there back tomorrow, yeah? Till we meet again tomorrow. See you, police. Tata.